What is up, YouTube? What is up, all my breasties? If you are on this video, I can only assume that you have followed my journey. You guys, it has been 3 years. I'm celebrating 3 years of being free from breast implant illness. And if you are new to my channel and this is the first time you're watching this and you popped on here because you're curious what it is, I will put the playlist there. My whole journey from when I had breast implants, how sick I got, all the things that started going wrong with me, and my journey from getting them removed to all of the stuff that I had to go through. And most of the stuff that was the hardest to go through wasn't, my liver enzymes being high, my thyroid and getting autoimmune and all these things, physically feeling drained. It was the hardest thing. Removing my implants was building my relationship back with myself. And I'm going to kind of go into that a little bit. But what I want to celebrate today, you guys, is 3 years free. I'm feeling good. So if this is something you've been thinking about and you have fears around it or what they'll look like, I can promise you they plump back up. They do. Human body is amazing. If you take care of yourself and work out and eat healthy, it's amazing what the body is capable of doing. So don't ever let fear get in. Your human body is amazing. They've plumped up nice. I work out, so I really keep my body as fit as I can. That said, you guys, I have some exciting news. So when I had breast implant illness, it gave me autoimmune disease. And so what that means is it messed up my thyroids. So there's the T3 and the T4. And so I've been on a couple of medications, pretty high. And I've recently, the doctor's taking me off one of those thyroid for my T3. It's called Cytomel. And so I take it every second day until I'm fully off of it. My blood work came back and it was showing it was too high. And I was on the lowest dose. So that is amazing. You guys, I've been on that since I've had breast implant illness. So that's really exciting. So if you've had any of those issues, know that there is hope. Like I said, taking care of your body, taking care of your health and can do wonders. And so after I had them out and going through all that, you guys, I really dedicated the next part of these last 3 years in my career as a personal trainer and a nutrition coach to really understanding women's hormones and the importance of it. Because if putting something in your body can set your everything haywire, that says a lot about our hormones and how our hormones regulate everything. Your hormones are your metabolism. So if you F your hormones, you've F'd everything. And after getting them out, I had to go through a lot of different, my body just went through a transition in the sense of, swelling and bloating and all these different things, finding, really learning, like I said, to eat foods that were going to support my hormones, were going to support my menstrual cycles. I really dedicated these last few years to really understanding the woman's body and reading every book that I could find. And then my platform, the Fit Club, really educating women on their hormones and their different cycles and what that means for their nutrition, what that means for their workouts. And I started a podcast called the FCB podcast, the Fit Club Babe podcast. So I talk a lot on nutrition there, as well as I have Your Best Self podcast, and that's just my story, and that's just personal things that I've went through personally through my journey. And one of the things that I wanted to share with you guys with having my breast implants out was the hardest thing was building my relationship with myself, in the sense that when you remove something that you originally got to make you feel better, just like alcohol or drugs or shopping, it's not going to go lightly. It's going to go with a tantrum. And so what I mean by that is, if you've been feeding body dysmorphia by needing to get Botox and needing to get fillers and breast implants and plastic surgery and diet pills and eating disorders. It's all the same. They all feed the same thing, which is image distortion, body dysmorphia. It doesn't just go away. You can remove the implants, but you're still left with the issue, right? You can remove the thing that was starting to cause havoc in your body, but that wasn't the real issue. The real issue brings you back to your relationship with yourself. And so that's something that I had to go through, because I was starting to go down the road of, needing all this external stuff to feel validated and like I'd made it, and comparison and all these different things. And it was just feeding this never enough mentality. And when I started getting Botox, it was never enough. Like, I remember I had worse self-esteem after I had implants and got Botox than I did before I had them. I started seeing more imperfection than before I even had them. And so I knew that when I got my implants out, that was I just knew in my heart that I could hear kind of God say to me, you have to stop feeding the beast, so to speak. And I knew removing those was a part of it, but I knew that I had to swear to myself to never get Botox again. Because for me, I'm not saying for you, but for me, it was a slippery slope, right? Some people can have a drink of alcohol and it doesn't ruin their life, right? For me, a glass of alcohol is like you've built this beautiful blanket and now you've just snagged it and it unravels and totally wrecks. So for me, a glass of alcohol is like unraveling my life. So for me, getting implants and Botox is like, again, unraveling the inside of me, unraveling my passion, what I was created for, my self-esteem, my worth. It fed this beast in me that was taking me away from everything that I was meant to pursue. And so I knew this. So this was really hard. This was really hard because I had to battle off thoughts that, would come against me daily, against the way my body looked, against the way my face looked. Like, the thing that I used to love doing was working out, and I couldn't even look in a mirror because those thoughts would come on so strong, and I had to learn to take control back. I had to learn to create a morning routine. That's why I created my Plan, Do, Succeed journal, was because I needed to take my morning back. I needed to take my life back, and I had to start declaring who I was each day. I had to start writing that out, even if I didn't feel it. And that's kind of when the hashtag change your story in my life changed. And if you guys have been following me, you know what I'm talking about. I realized that just because I was that person doesn't mean I had to continue to be that person. Just because I felt those insecurities didn't mean I had to live those insecurities. And so I literally rewrote my story. I wrote, there's a doppelganger of myself and I met her and she was everything that I wanted to be. I wrote down who she was, from her habits to how she looked, to her confidence, to her marriage, to her kids, to everything, to her life, to everything that she did, to her body, to everything. And I wrote that out. And I promised myself that I was going to show up as her every single day, even if it wasn't perfect enough. And then I was going to inspire others to do the same. And so, you guys, that's kind of the gist of it. I just wanted to pop in here and just let you know how I'm doing. That's how I'm doing. You guys, I have this goal of reaching over 10,000 women this year and inspiring you to all do the same, that you have the power to rewrite your story, that you have the power to love who you are without any external things, that you can feel confident and your most beautiful without needing anything to add to you, that everything that you need and you want to be is already in you. We just have to remove all those crutches and all those masks and let them come down so we can fully see who we are and who we're capable to be. And so I just really wanted to share that with you guys. 3 years free of buy. I'm feeling really great. That said, it's been a roller coaster of a ride. I have to battle every single day with this other voice, But that voice, the more I talk back to it and do my morning routines and do my Plan to Succeed journal and live the story I've written out, the quieter that voice gets. And if it does start to get loud, I'm quicker at shutting it up. And so I want to inspire you to do the same. I love you all. If you're new to my channel, say hi below. Go check out those other videos. If you are new and you're like, what the heck is this video? Go check those out. But other than that, you guys, 3 years, that's 2, 3 years free. I'm trying to hide my nails because they are chipped and they're not done. So I'm like, oh, I forgot. Anyways, that's it, you guys. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, leave your comments, come hang out with me on social media, hannah.dawson.fitness, and we will see you soon. Everything will be in the show notes. Bye, guys.